Hello, and welcome to the first installment of what's going to be a 10-part series. I'm going to be talking about many different things over the duration of this series. I'm going to be talking about things that never have been talked about at all in the Faceless complex world, and we'll be able to do it together. And hopefully you guys will stick with me for the ride. Maybe I'll do more than 10 episodes, maybe I'm lying to you. You never know. We'll never know until it happens. So, without further ado, join me as we explore together the world of the Faceless complex. So, prominently, there's 3 countries you need to know about going right into this. There's Intilia, Kralo, and Viseria. Despite the fact that there's other countries that existed during this time, these ones are the most relevant and the most influential. So let's begin with Intilia. Now, Intilia is an interesting country. The first thing you need to know about Intilians as people is they do not like people coming into their country, especially if it's for bad purposes. If you try and climb their mountains to get in, you will be shot down or stunned by these blue lights that hang from the cities. They also have access to something called Fraseric energy. Now, Fraseric energy, you may have heard of it, is what led an entire industrial revolution. This revolution led to weapons like Fres glass, Fres compasses, and a bunch of other things that Necromian scientists would later use in the incursions. However, a lot of this Fraseric energy and the materials will be sent to the striking fields and also to the gulches of Termola, which is the main plot of the new series Arbane Adventures, so you better watch it when it comes out. Okay, you still with me? Good, because we're about to talk about Viseria. Also known as the Land of Purity in the Fraseric language, Viseria is by far the closest you'll come in this world to finding heaven. They have some of the nicest landscapes and homes you could possibly imagine. They're also in a permanent alliance with the Striking Fields, which means any traveler in the Striking Fields, whenever they want to, can just come live in Viseria. Among the Striking Fields are some smaller, independent, lesser-known countries such as Lagrania, and along with Lagrania, Eukoa. These countries are completely independent and are known to make their own resources. However, Viseria is constantly watching over them in case, so they kind of have a bit of a relationship after this time. And so because of all this, they're able to make a working civilization. And funny enough, it was actually the people of Lagrania that built the very first Fraseric compass, which is a teleportation device used by super scientists in the God Incursion. Unfortunately, as I mentioned previously, there is a place in the second paradigm that not many people are able to travel in their lifetime, and that's probably for the better. I'm, of course, talking about the gulches of Termola. Termola, while no one knows quite how it was created exactly, has always been a pilgrim of death, war, and destruction. Arbane, one of the few people to travel amongst the gulches, has stated the amount of war and death that you see on its plains. And one of the Fraseric pieces that is keeping Casal Blask's mind evil is known to be hidden in the dungeons of the gulches, which is why so many of the super scientists want to go there so they can save Blask. This, along with multiple other things I'll mention in a later episode, single-handedly led to a war called the God Incursion. The God Incursion was possibly the deadliest war the second paradigm had ever seen. Many amazing people were lost, and no one really won at the end of it. No one succeeded any of their goals. It just ended in death and sadness. But that'll have to wait until next episode. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha, lose. Just kidding. Episode 2 is coming out tomorrow night at roughly the same time, so ha 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 ha.